What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We're officially in week 1 of the NFL season, and it's time to set those fantasy lineups. Today, we're diving into week 1 fantasy football sleepers. This is about finding hidden gems on the waiver wire to give your team an edge. Think of this as our secret weapon to start the season right. Every player we discuss is rostered in about 50% or fewer of Yahoo leagues. So, grab your coffee, pull up your league's waiver wire, and let's get into it. We've got 10 minutes to break down 3 players poised to surprise this Sunday. These plays can separate you from the rest of your league. It's all about finding that advantage, and it starts right here, right now. Let's go find some winners and start this season with a bang. Let's kick things off in Miami, a city known for its electric energy, passionate fans, and a football team that's always looking for the next big playmaker. This year, there's a running back flying under the radar, Ollie Gordon. He's not a household name yet, but that could change very soon. If you followed college football last season, you know the kind of force this rookie can be. Gordon was a highlight machine at Oklahoma State, turning broken plays into big gains and showing a knack for the spectacular. He's a big, bruising back, perfect for the Dolphins, especially in the red zone where every inch matters. His physicality is exactly what Miami's offense has been missing. Gordon has a size advantage, punishing defenders at the goal line. He's the type of back who refuses to go down on first contact, always fighting for extra yards. In college, he was a touchdown machine, racking up scores with a nose for the end zone. That skill set translates perfectly to the NFL, especially for a team that loves to get creative near the goal line. The Dolphins' backfield is banged up, opening a massive opportunity for Gordon to step in and make an immediate impact. With injuries piling up, the door is wide open for a new face to emerge. But don't mistake him for just a goal line plotter. Gordon has surprising agility for his size, able to make defenders miss in the open field and accelerate through tight running lanes. The matchup against the Colts is especially intriguing. Indianapolis has struggled at times to contain physical running games, and Gordon's style could be a nightmare for their front seven. If the Dolphins get a lead, Gordon is the logical choice to control the clock. He's built for those tough late-game carries that wear down defenses and secure victories. The Dolphins' offense is explosive, often getting into the red zone with ease. That means more scoring opportunities for a back like Gordon, who thrives when the field gets tight. Gordon's skill set is valuable to both the Dolphins and your fantasy team. He's the kind of player who can rack up points with touchdowns and short yardage work, even if he's not the starter right away. He's a stash on your bench now, but by week 4, he could have a consistent role. Sometimes, fantasy championships are won by managers who plan ahead and grab talent before the rest of the league catches on. Mostert and Achaney are established, but their injury histories are well documented. Both have missed time in recent seasons, and the Dolphins need someone reliable to step up when they're sidelined. The Dolphins drafted Gordon to be a physical presence, a hammer who can change the tone of a drive. He's the kind of back who can set the tempo and keep defenses honest. He's the perfect sleeper. Low roster percentage, clear path to valuable touches, and the potential for multiple touchdowns in any given week. These are the players who become league winners. If he gets 8 to 10 touches, with a few inside the 5-yard line, he could finish the week as an RB2. That's the kind of upside you want from a waiver wire pickup. The cost to acquire him is practically zero right now. You're not risking much, but the potential reward is huge if he carves out a role. Drop your last bench player for him without a second thought. It's a simple move that could pay off big time as the season unfolds. This is the exact move I'm talking about when churning the bottom of your roster. Always look for upside, especially early in the season when roles are still being defined. His college tape shows him running over defenders with a will to get into the end zone. He's relentless, and that attitude is infectious for a team looking to make a playoff push. So when you see Ollie Gordon on the waiver wire, think about the role, the offense, and the touchdowns. He's in the right place at the right time to make a splash. Miami's offensive line has improved, giving their backs more room to operate. That's another reason to believe Gordon can succeed if given the chance. The coaching staff has already praised his work ethic and ability to pick up the playbook quickly, which means he could earn trust and touches sooner than expected. He's facing the Colts, a team that could struggle against Miami's offense. If the Dolphins move the ball well, Gordon will get his chances to punch it in. More offensive snaps mean more chances for everyone, including Gordon. In a high-powered offense, even the backup running back can have fantasy value. Be the manager who is already reaping the rewards. Go get Ollie Gordon before the rest of your league catches on, and watch as he becomes one of the best waiver wire pickups of the season. Let's move to Denver, a city known for its passionate football fans, high altitude, and a team looking for a spark on offense. Today, we're focusing on Marvin Mims Jr., a young wide receiver who's poised to make a name for himself and ready to explode onto the fantasy football scene. Mims flashed serious talent at the end of last season, making big plays with limited opportunities, and yet he's still being overlooked by many fantasy managers. He was incredibly efficient with his targets, showing elite explosiveness and big playability every time he touched the ball. His yards per catch were among the best in the league, and he made defenders miss with his quickness and agility. The situation in Denver's wide receiver room is wide open after Cortland Sutton. With Jerry Jeudy gone and no clear number 2, there's a real opportunity for someone to step up and claim a major role. Mims has a golden chance to establish himself as the number 2 option for rookie quarterback Bo Nix, who's looking for reliable targets as he adjusts to the NFL. His speed is electric. He's a true field stretcher who can change a game with a single play. Defenses have to respect his ability to get behind them, opening up the field for the entire offense. With Bo Nix, a quarterback known for his accuracy and willingness to push the ball downfield, Mims could be the perfect partner. Their chemistry in practice has already started to turn heads. A young quarterback often locks onto a trusted receiver for big plays, especially when under pressure or looking to make something happen. Mims can absolutely be that guy for Nix, becoming his go-to target when the Broncos need a spark. The matchup against the Titans is especially favorable. Their secondary has struggled to contain speedy receivers and is susceptible to the deep ball. Mims doesn't need 10 targets to be fantasy relevant. He's the kind of player who can deliver a huge fantasy day on just a handful of catches, thanks to his game-breaking speed. One long touchdown and a couple of receptions could easily make him a top 20 fantasy wide receiver for the week, especially in a high-scoring matchup. Mims is a classic breakout candidate, a second-year receiver with flashes of brilliance, now stepping into a bigger role with more experience and confidence. His role as a returner highlights his explosiveness and ability to make defenders miss in the open field, giving him even more ways to rack up fantasy points. The market isn't pricing in his potential ceiling, only last year's floor. He's flying under the radar in drafts and on waiver wires, making him a true value pick. He's a high upside shot in an offense desperate for playmakers, and the Broncos coaching staff is eager to see what he can do with more opportunities. His advanced stats from last season were off the charts, showing effectiveness when part of the game plan. He ranked near the top in yards per route run and explosive plays per touch. If his target share increases even modestly, he could become a weekly fantasy starter, especially in deeper leagues or as a flex option. The cost is incredibly appealing. He's available in many leagues and can be picked up without spending any draft capital or significant waiver priority. Pick him up for free and see what happens in week 1. There's no risk, only upside, and you could be ahead of the curve if he breaks out. If he explodes, you've found a potential league winner for nothing, a true difference maker who could swing your season. Marvin Mims Jr. was a highly productive college player with a fantastic athletic profile, excelling at Oklahoma and showing he can handle a big workload. The Broncos invested in him for a reason, seeing the same big playability and upside that fantasy managers crave. As you look for a Week 1 flex play, give Marvin Mims Jr. a long look. He's got the tools, the opportunity, and the matchup to deliver. He has the speed, talent, and opportunity to make a huge splash against the Titans, and this could be the start of a breakout season. Don't sleep on the talent. Marvin Mims Jr. is ready to take flight, and you don't want to miss out on what could be one of the best value pickups of the year. For our final sleeper, let's dive into the Cleveland Browns running back situation, a backfield that always seems to produce fantasy value, no matter who is carrying the ball. The Browns have built their identity around a physical, run-first approach, and that philosophy isn't changing anytime soon. This year, there's a name you need to know if you want to get ahead of your league: Jerome Ford. Let's focus on Ford. The Browns boast one of the league's most dominant offensive lines, a unit that consistently opens up running lanes and makes life easier for whoever lines up in the backfield. That's a huge advantage for any running back, and Ford is in a prime position to benefit from it. He's not just a backup. He's a talented runner with the skill set to thrive in this system. The Browns' run-heavy scheme is built to support multiple backs. While Nick Chubb is the unquestioned king of this backfield, there's a significant role available behind him, and Ford is perfectly positioned to seize it. Last season, when Chubb missed time, Ford stepped up and proved he could handle a heavy workload. He's not just a change of pace back. He's shown he can run between the tackles, break arm tackles, and keep the chains moving. Ford's physicality and vision make him a natural fit for the Browns' power running game, and he's only getting better with more experience. But Ford isn't just a runner, he's a capable receiver out of the backfield too. In today's NFL, versatility is key, and Ford has the hands and route-running ability to stay on the field in passing situations. The modern NFL backfield is rarely a one-man show. Even with a healthy starter, the number 2 back can see 8 to 12 touches per game, and in Cleveland's potent ground attack, those touches are especially valuable. Ford could easily turn that workload into 50 to 60 total yards each week, and he's got the burst to break off a big play at any moment. If the Browns fall behind, Ford's receiving chops keep him involved in the game plan, giving him a safe floor and sneaky upside. And let's talk about the matchup. The Browns open the season against the Bengals, a divisional slugfest that always features a heavy dose of the run game. These are the types of games where Ford's role becomes even more important. He's not just a handcuff to Chubb, he has real standalone value as a flex play, especially in deeper leagues. The Browns want to control the clock, wear down defenses, and Ford is a crucial part of that plan. He's got good vision, quick feet, and the burst to turn a small crease into a big gain. The coaching staff trusts him, as shown by his usage last season, and that trust is only growing. His roster percentage is shockingly low for a player with his profile and opportunity. He's the clear number 2 in one of the league's best rushing attacks, and that's a role that can win you weeks in fantasy football. This is a bet on both talent and a proven offensive system. If you're in a 12 or 14-team league, Ford is a safe and solid option for Week 1, and he's got the upside to be much more if anything happens to Chubb. He provides a stable floor with a massive ceiling, making him one of the premier handcuff-plus running backs in all of fantasy football. The Browns will be careful with Chubb's workload, especially early in the season, which means Ford will see meaningful snaps right out of the gate. He's the perfect end-of-your-bench running back, someone you can plug in with confidence if you need a spot start. The fact that he's still available on the waiver wire in so many leagues is a gift. Don't let your league mates' oversight be your missed opportunity. Add Jerome Ford now, and you could be looking at one of the best value picks of the early season. And there you have it. Ollie Gordon, Marvin Mims Jr., and Jerome Ford. 3 under-the-radar players with the talent and opportunity to impact your fantasy teams in Week 1. These calculated risks and high upside plays can give you a leg up on the competition. Don't be afraid to churn the end of your bench and take a shot on these guys. Remember, the fantasy season is a marathon, not a sprint. Winning isn't just about the draft. It's about staying active and working the waiver wire. Week 1 is just the beginning. Keep evaluating, grinding, and looking for the next breakout player. The best fantasy managers are always one step ahead, and that work starts now. Thank you for hanging out today. I hope this helps you lock in that Week 1 victory. Good luck this week, everyone. Go get that W.